Despite negotiations being started more than 2 years ago, the Ghana Wellness Study Suicide Prevention Project was only launched in January of this year after funding to the tune of $1 million was attained from the United States National Institute of Health. The 5-year study is being spearheaded by former PAHO WHO country representative Dr. William Adukro. In an exclusive interview with Nitel News recently, Dr. Adukro explained that the project was set in motion with the intent of understanding why some persons are at a much higher risk of suicide. The initiative also aims at identifying new ways of detecting high-risk persons and helping them reduce the risk. Findings from the research will also bridge the current gap of inconsistencies in the statistical reporting of suicide in Ghana by the various agencies. Dr. Adukro divulged that there are 4 phases in which the study will be conducted. Initially, 5,000 Guyanese will be surveyed on their thoughts on suicide and the number of suicides they have witnessed or are aware of.
Part of the study that would look at people who attempt suicide. So we will interview them. It's about a 2-hour interview, so it's an extensive interview. Interview them to find out what makes them attempt to do suicide, why they attempt to do suicide, what if they had or was present in the environment will prevent them from the self-harm. Then the third group are those who actually complete the suicide. We want to interview 2 persons. One person who knows the person very well. It could be a friend, it could be a family member. So one person who knows the person very well, and then one family member who also knows or who is nearest to the disease.
The 4th aspect of the study will uncover whether or not there are genetic factors that contribute to persons committing suicide through the collection of saliva samples from suicide victims, which will further be assessed. The results of the research will be handed over to the Ministry of Health to guide the implementation of policies to address the societal ill. Dr. Adukro stressed that the research is critically important since it has been observed that if a person attempts suicide and fails, it is likely that they will continue to act until they are successful. He added that being able to identify them and provide the necessary support will aid in saving lives.
For every case of suicide, every case that is completed, there are 20 to 25 persons out there in the community that we don't know. That's research. So that gives us an impression that there are a lot of cases out there and we need to be up and running.
The research team also consists of international child and adolescent psychiatrists, psychologists, social workers, and authors who will join forces with a local team to provide counseling to suicide attempters and family members of victims. In 2012, Guyana was once regarded as the suicide capital of the world, with a suicide rate of 44.2 per 100,000 people, according to a report by the World Health Organization. Since then, there has been a massive decline to 18.88 per 100,000, as reported by the Ministry of Health in 2018. However, in recent months, there have been a disturbing surge in suicide cases, with victims being as young as 13. The University of Guyana and the University of Columbia are also on board the Suicide Prevention Project. Timeka Rodney reporting for the HGP Nightly News.